Hi. Here we are. Fabulous Friday. Yes, another week, another time. Here we are. This is Sasha Sabbath of EntrepreneurSoulCoach.com, and we are now streaming live in the Facebook group called, hi there, Robert, called Light Leader Power for Success and Mission Impact. So for those of you who follow this series, you know what comes next. We're going to be talking about what was wonderful this week, what was fabulous, what worked in this past week for you. And that could be something personal or professional. And what that really means is, you look back over where your efforts were focused, the challenges you faced personally and professionally. Sometimes it could be challenges that are so heavily weighted on your physical body, on your emotional self, on your mental self. And then for you to deal with it. How do you deal with it? Who do you become in the matter? Who are your allies? Who is your support? How truthful are you to yourself as to what is occurring? And how truthful are you to others as you describe what it is that is happening to you and that which you need? So let's take a moment for you to think about the week in review, and look at what really worked well. I'm going to be quiet for a moment while you do that. What worked well? Where were the blessings? Who showed up as a blessing for you? It could have been a human. It could have been another species, a pet. And now what I'd like you to do is to take responsibility for the fact that you did create an ally. You did create a win for yourself. You did create having whatever it was go well. And that's what made it fabulous. Does that make sense? Do you see what I mean? Because here's the thing. As I've said in many of the other Facebook Lives, what we focus upon expands. So if we focus on what's not working, if we focus upon how it's almost there, but it's not quite there, then we're going to get more of it's almost there, it's not quite there. You know what I mean? But if you focus on the fact that, let's say that there's a project that you're working on, maybe it's something in your business. If you don't have a business, maybe it's just another project, a focus, where you want it to move to the next level. So for instance, in my Daily Inspiration series, I've got my Tipping Point Tuesday, I've got my Threshold Thursday. So these are both, little expressions to have us realize that what we're doing is we are moving forward, and then we hit resistances, then we hit challenges, then we hit blocks, then we hit something that could either just slow us down or outright stop us flat in our tracks. So who do we become? That's my focus. So in terms of the work that I do, the reason that I make this such an important point is because your vibration is going to determine how well things show up in your outer world, and also how well you're able to move through your challenges. And by vibration, I mean the frequency of energies that you emit through your thoughts, your emotions, and your physical actions. And maybe you have had the experience, to give you an idea of what I mean by vibration, of walking into a room and you just can feel something is really not right. You don't have any visual evidence for it, but you just feel it. Well, what you're feeling is a vibration. Another example would be for you to think about when you want to create something. And when you are in an elevated, happy, hopeful, inspired mode, isn't it easier for you to pursue what it is that you want to create, versus you're focusing on how bad things are. Maybe you're in physical pain and you're just dominating on everything that isn't the way you want it to be, as opposed to thinking of whatever you can that gives you the reflection on how good your life is. Yes, you want it to be better. I mean, let's be real here. However, you are focusing on what's going to lift you up and empower you through your thoughts, as opposed to give you more evidence as to how screwed up your life is, or how painful your life is, or how your life is just not going to be what you want it to be. If you go there, your vibration goes down. You see what I mean? If you go in the direction of all the goodness that's happening, all the good things that are happening, how you handled stressful, challenging situations, the more you think of what is working well, the more you are raising your vibration. And as you raise your vibration, you have a better chance of bringing to you that which is good for you. The more you raise your vibration, you have a greater chance to bring to you that which is better for you. And that's why I say, let's think about what was fabulous, is because we're thinking about what we navigated through and how we rose to the occasion, or maybe we didn't. You know, maybe we had a tantrum. Maybe we really got depressed. Maybe it was just a terrible time. And no matter how much you want to put a rosy colored glasses or a silver lining around the black cloud, you just can't, because it was so bad. That's okay, because we're human and these things happen, for goodness sakes. However, from that point on, after you register how traumatic or how challenging something was, do your best to shift over to what is working well. So for those of you who are in business, for instance, let's say you lost a really high paying account and it really affects your bottom line. Well, that can be problematic for sure. However, then once you get over the stress and the emotions of upset, when you focus on, okay, what is working well? What is wonderful about my business? What is it that's going to be going right? Then that lifts up your vibration so that you can then go out and market yourself, present yourself, find even the right avenues for you to pursue so that you can meet with your next potential client, your next potential consumer, and have the sales take place, have the wins take place. So who am I and why do I have any right to say anything that I'm saying? Well, because I had a childhood of terrible illness and I had to set out to heal myself. And in the process, I became over my soul purpose path. I became a visionary psychic intuitive. I became a healer. And I became a purpose mentor, a soul purpose alignment mentor, helping entrepreneurs and thought leaders and community contributors to know what it is they want to bring out, the mission that they have, the mission in their homes, the mission in their businesses, the mission in their neighborhoods, so that they could own the fact that they have a voice, they have talents, they have skills. In fact, they matter. Now that may sound like, of course I matter, but you know, when are those times that hit you where you say to yourself, who am I to want X, Y, and Z? Who am I to feel so good about myself? Who am I to believe that what I have to say, what I have to offer in this situation is worthy? Don't you have moments like that? I think most people do, unless you're narcissistic or you're a sociopath or a psychopath, and I do not say that to be comical. We have a few of those running around a lot these days. So my point is that as you focus on developing your own sense of vibratory upliftment, you bring yourself to a place of being maximally receptive to that which is good for you. And the reason that I mention what it is that I do is because as a psychic intuitive visionary and as a healer, I see the cause of what is happening. I see what is behind the obvious. And the value of that is I'm able to guide my clients and my students and my audiences and my friends so that they can choose actions and make decisions when they turn to me for help that's going to help them do the best that they can with the energy they have, the money they have, the passions that they have, the creativity that they have. And what that does is it gives them a much more fulfilling day-to-day experience. And they also have the impact and the visibility in the marketplace if they're business owners, or in their cause audience, to garner the respect and the trust so that when they do say something and they do want the energies to go out and become a contribution to other people, that they have won the credibility of other people. It's all in your vibration. So if you're running around angry and cursing and upset and just complaining, what kind of a day are you going to have, number one? And number two, what kind of a day are the people who are around you going to have? I mean, that's not like a trick question. That's like, yeah. And do you want to be that person? Now, let's say something happens to you and you have every right to be angry. You have every right to want revenge. You have every right to want to correct the situation. I'm not saying that you should not by any means. I'm saying, yes, do all that, but do it from a place of calmness, filling yourself up with light. Do it from a place of knowing that you are soul aligned according to your values and your morals, and you're wanting to bring forth an upliftment, a contribution, a rallying of goodness to humanity and to other species, to our country, to the land, the water, the food, the air. So I keep coming back to vibration because, as you may have noticed, especially if you're here in the United States, there are some very frightening things that are happening there. And this is not a political conversation. You know, this is a politics-free zone. However, this is a fact-rich zone. This is a religion-free zone, but this is a spirituality-potent zone that I create here with this Fabulous Friday series. And that is, in the country, here in the United States, there's a flirtation to go to war with Iran. Iran is doing nothing to us in the United States. It is all a smokescreen. Why? That's another story. I'll leave that up to you to do your research with what's going on in our country here in the United States. However, for those of you who are not in the United States, you are observing something that is creating something from nothing for a clandestine purpose. Now, what does that have to do with us and Fabulous Friday and vibration? It has plenty to do with us, because you know what? Our light, the goodness of who we are, the determination that we bring forth a model and a presence, that we be a haven of action that is driven by love and compassion and considerateness, and that we are wise because we know who we are, and because we have, hopefully, we are developing our intuition, we are developing our ability to understand how to project energy and how to read energy. And how we project energy is through intention and by sending light into a circumstance. Now, in the previous Facebook Lives, and I would suggest that you go to the Light Leader Power for Success and Mission Impact group and go into the unit section, go to Unit 11, which is the archive library of these past Fabulous Friday Facebook Lives. What we've done is we've been focusing on creating a cocoon of spiritually charged atmosphere around us. And it doesn't matter what religion you are. You can use whatever deities, whatever spiritual beings that you love and trust that are on the other side, that are not in physical form. But I'm going to right now review one. And I would suggest that you take the names of these archangels that I'm going to mention right now and get on Google and study who they are. Different teachers say that they have different specialties. So I'm going to leave it up to you to just read what you see of different specialists who claim that they understand the archangel realm, and then go ahead and just experience it. And it takes time, it takes sensitivity, I know that. However, you have to start somewhere. And if you want to call upon the spirit world to help you, which I urge you to do, to work with your soul, to work with your spirit guides, to work with the deities that are part of your religious path, so that you can start creating a high vibration space around you, people will notice that. Not only that, but you will notice that the choices that you make and the things that you do are easier to do, and that more goodness, as I said earlier, comes to you. So let's go ahead and let's do what I would call a soul alignment setup. I teach my clients and my students various different soul alignment practices, but for now, I'm going to review two things. For those of you who've been following the series, I taught this last Friday and the Friday before. However, I'm going to move into something else that is new, and I want you to have this foundation. So what are we doing? What we're doing is we are raising our vibration so that whatever is going on in our personal world, whatever challenge we're facing, whether it's a physical healing that we need or whether it's an upliftment of our mental, emotional self, is to imagine the following. So please take a deep breath in. You might want to close your eyes. And just imagine Archangel Michael on your right, Archangel Gabriel on your left, Archangel Uriel in front of you, Archangel Raphael behind you, Archangel Raguel above you, Archangel Sariel below you, Archangel Ramiel beside you. And now ask that your soul come close to you so that you can feel and sense your soul. And one way that you can do that is just to imagine that there's a ball of light above your head, and use it as a metaphor that that is a physical symbol of your soul, but your soul is within you, within your physical body, within your physical orbit and aura. So feel these spiritual presences that are here for you to thrive and to heal and to move forward and create a wonderful life for yourself. And when you listen back to this replay, it is Archangel Michael on your right, Archangel Gabriel on your left, Archangel Uriel in front of you, Archangel Raphael behind you, Archangel Raguel above you, Archangel Sariel below you, Archangel Ramiel beside you. Do you feel that? Just let it in. And now let's focus back to that globe of light above your head. And now we're going to fill you up with light. We're all going to get filled up with light. Why? Because these energies will bring high frequency, spiritually charged intelligence, spiritual divine intelligence into your human form, into your auric form. It's all the imagination, yes. So, Sasha, aren't I just feeding myself a load of you know what? No. The imagination is connected to the spirit world. And so when you get intuitive impressions through inner seeing, inner hearing, inner feeling, inner knowing, just knowing, where there's no logical explanation, there's no, what's the word? Justification. You just know, and you're right. Where is that all coming from? It's coming through your imagination, your imaginary channels into your conscious mind. And for those of you who want to develop your intuitive prowess so that you trust it, you use it, you turn to it more, then I can help you, because I am a psychic intuitive teacher. I am a healer that does instruct others in healing energies. And this is all about us building a vibration around us, no matter where we are, so that the best can come to us and for us, and so that we can help be a conduit for others to be bathed and basked and impregnated and imbued with magnificent energy, so that their lives can better deal with what's at hand. And the more that we raise our vibration, and the more that we make the houses that we live in, the offices that we work in, the rooms that we dwell in, whatever room that is, filled with light and love and compassion, no matter what our own personal suffering might be, we will impact the trajectory of what is happening in our homes, in our communities, and eventually the country, and eventually the world. But we have to do something to raise the vibration, to bring goodness, compassion, dignity, respect into the space. So let us do this. Let us take a moment and imagine that ball above our head, and then open up that ball of light and imagine that an elixir of exquisite divine light is pouring gently through the top of our head and slowly moves throughout our physical body, so that it pours into the tip of our nose, our toes, our chin, our fingers, our ears. And we become filled with light. And as we are filled with light, all that we are ready to let go of, all that we are cleansing, the emotions, the horrible experiences, the terror, the injustices, the confusion, the fears of the unknown, the fears that things don't get better, all of that get flushed out of our system. And the way that we're going to do that is, as the light is pouring through the top of our head, we imagine that there is a tube of light at the base of our spine, and it goes deep into the earth, and it acts like a garbage chute, a laundry chute, a pipe that releases that which is ready to be released, garbage, sludge, crud, whatever you want to call it. So whatever you are currently in this moment battling, if you have a business and you're struggling in your business, or you just want more, just allow those emotions of frustration and fear and anger and concern to flush down with the light pouring through you, down that grounding cord into the center of the earth. And the earth takes that energy and makes it, it transforms it into goodness and goodwill. Goodness and goodwill. I'm going to be quiet while you see this funnel coming from that ball of light above your head, and you're just flushing out all that is obsolete, all that you're ready to let go of, and you've replaced the vacuum of what you've released with more and more light. I'll be quiet while you do that. And what does it feel like to do that? All right, now we're still working on you being able to recognize that what you think, what you feel, and therefore how you deliver your actions, that all of this really is a matter of continuing to create an environment where light can live. And so I'm going to teach you a new exercise that we're building your toolkit. I'm going to teach you a new exercise, and that is this. For you to imagine that there is a rose in front of you, and it is a protective rose. Now, why a rose is because in symbolism, a rose is a very high vibration of beauty, of goodness, and of purity. And just imagine that this rose is in front of you and it is pulling out of you those energies that you are wanting to let go of as well. Now, if you have an injury, if you have a block somewhere, if you have an emotional block, if you have a pattern that is really robbing you of your peace, that is robbing you of your joy, then just hold the intention that this rose is going to pull out of you like a magnet that which you want to let go of. A pattern of behavior, a pattern of thought, a pattern that's in your body. Maybe you have a particular twitch or a particular pain. This is a self-healing technique. It's also a protection technique. And so just imagine that this rose is right in front of you, and it's naturally going to become positioned in a place where it's going to be in perfect alignment with where the congested energy, where the problematic energy is located. And it's going to be able to just pull out from it, from your energy field, all of the toxins, all of the energies that simply are not serving you at this time. So just imagine that the rose is right in front of you, and just keep removing the energies that are associated with an injury, the energies that are associated with a pain, the energies that are associated with a condition. Just keep moving it out. Keep moving it out. And now you're going to take that rose and right in back of the rose, imagine that there's a big, beautiful violet flame. It's a transmuting violet flame. And just toss that rose into the violet flame where it becomes transmuted into energies for further good and goodwill. And now it's going to build up another rose. Another rose appears, and it's going to go to the same places. Or maybe there are other places around your physical body. Or if it's a thought pattern that you want to heal, if it's a subconscious programming that you want to heal, so that you are more of the person you want to be, that you have the habit patterns that you want to have, then just place the rose right in front of your head or right on top of your head. And you know that you're drawing out the toxins, the thought toxins, the emotion toxins, and the physical toxins. And this protective rose continues to pull out from you those energies that just are obsolete. They do not help you anymore. They're gone, 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 gone. And then you fill up that vacuum with more divine light. So go ahead and do that. I'll be quiet for a moment while you do that. And allow the rose to move in whatever position it wants to. It has an intelligence unto itself. Okay, so throw that rose into the violet flame and let that go and become transmuted. And go ahead now and pull out another rose, because let's say you're dealing with something that's really deep-seated, or something that's a really strong pain or discomfort. Use as many roses as you need to. So we'll do one more and then we'll wrap things up. So allow that rose to be in front of you, and it acts like a magnet. It acts like a sponge. And it's pulling out from you all the stuff that you just don't need anymore. And it goes into the rose. The rose absorbs it, lovingly absorbs it, because it knows that it is helping you to be free of this stuff. And then you toss that rose into the violet flame to be transmuted, and more energies of goodness and goodwill start to circulate around. So that's your new tool. That's a healing tool. Whether it's physical illness, whether it's danger, pain, problems, issues, coworkers that are just really problematic people, relationships with people who are really problematic. Whatever it is, this rose can appear at any time, as well as your grounding cord, where you just fill yourself up with light. Both of these tools can be working with you simultaneously, so that your vibration continues to lift no matter what is happening. Whether it's a problem or whether you're having a fantastic day and you just want it to be even more fantastic. So that's a new tool. For those of you who are looking at your life now, and you know that there are areas of your life that are just not working out, don't tolerate them anymore. Love yourself. Give me a call, or go ahead and fill out that application that's in the description of this particular video, or if it's in an email where you're finding this replay, fill out that application. It's a SurveyMonkey application. That's the URL. And let's see about getting together on the phone. And what we're going to do is we're going to identify the thing that is really holding you back right now, that is really the problem. And it may not be what you think, but because I am psychic intuitive and because I am a healer, I'm able to see, I'm able to sense. And we will identify what is really going on with you, and then we'll come up with an action plan that's going to be doable and joyous and help you just let go of the baggage and move on with your life towards the life that you want to lead. You can contact me here on Facebook. You can tag me in the thread of whatever post you might see this on Facebook. You can email me. We'll find a way to get together. And if it's not the right time for us to work together, I will find something to tell you, to share with you, that will make your situation better, so you can't lose no matter what. Remember, your vibration right now feeds into a collective consciousness of light that is building. The United States desperately needs this help right now, and therefore the world, because the United States has such a powerful impact on the world. So know that you matter. Know that every little thought that you have goes into some cauldron in the universe, and it either builds up light or it takes away light. And we want to bring in light. Okay. So on that note, I send you my love. I'll see you next Friday. Please invite your friends to come to the Light Leader group if they are mission driven, if they want to be intuitively led, if they want to be light leaders in their world where they bring greater humanity, greater consciousness, greater inspiration, greater hope, greater love, then this is the group for them. And now comes my favorite part. You ready? Here it is. I send you my love. Mwah! God bless. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next Friday.